and I'm gonna just start talking. So recently, PlayStation 5 held their event, and they came out with a couple of bangers, a couple of games here and there, a couple of games left, right, up, down, all the way around, and all that shit. And now everybody's saying that, hey, PlayStation done won the generation again. I say it might be a little too early for that because rumor came out today that they're coming out with an Xbox Series S, which would be the smaller version of the Series X, and it's supposed to be the cheaper version, less powered version, and they said it might be as low as $200. And people are hyped about that. And what do I say to that? Myself, I say, not to shit on your whole party, but I wouldn't get it. Why wouldn't I get it? Because I've tried. I never like getting a lesser version of things now. Like, so if it's in the Xbox family, I don't want to get the lesser Xbox when there's a greater Xbox out because I tried to do that. I tried to do that a few months ago when they had the Xbox One X and they had the Xbox One S. You know, and I bought the One S and I wasn't satisfied whatsoever. You know, I had to do my research after I got it. Like, yo, why is this console moving so slow? Blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, long story short, it was just a significant downgrade from the One X to save money. Like, they took a lot of shit out of that to make it affordable, but they put a couple of things there and you wouldn't really see it. You'd be like, yo, the One S is as good as the One X. They said that the Xbox Series S is rumored to have 4 teraflops of power, you know, computing units. I don't know if that's the CPU or the GPU. The Xbox One Series X is going to have 12 teraflops. There's no way in hell I'm buying a system that has a third of the teraflops the other system has, man. It's 3 times more powerful. So I say for people that, you know, don't want to spend so much money on what the Series X is gonna cost, because we still don't know, because Xbox is sitting here waiting for Sony to make their move, and Sony is sitting here waiting for Xbox to make their move. They trying to see who say the price first so they can outbid them or whatever they want to do right there. So I would say unless you just want a cheaper next generation console, you know what? I wouldn't even say that because for the first 2 years at least, every Xbox exclusive is going to be available across the recent Xbox family. So their new exclusive is going to be available for Xbox One, Xbox One X, Xbox One S, Xbox One X. They got way too many fucking Xboxes. Xbox Series S and Xbox One X. And it just makes no sense. It's
I just thought there was an Xbox One this whole time.
That's the problem. That's one problem that Microsoft has is people like you out there, and that's the majority. That's not the minority.
That is because
they don't know which Xbox is which Xbox, yo. Go ahead. I feel sorry for the kid that's gonna tell his mom he wants an Xbox Series X for Christmas, and she come back with an Xbox One. Like,
but wait, isn't like so the Series X? That's like an upgraded version of Xbox One.
No, the Series X is the new system that is coming out within either this holiday season.
But why would you get mad at your mom for buying you an Xbox One?
Because if they're listen, this is what Darrell is saying, right? So a kid is gonna ask for the Series X, or let's say he can ask for the Series X, he can ask for the Series S, right? But there's an Xbox One X and there's an Xbox One S, and that parent might get confused and buy the older system instead of the newer system. You understand?
Isn't like the older one better than the newer one?
How? What? It's the new system. The Xbox Series X is going to be competing with the PS5. It's the next generation.
That shit.
Yeah, see? And M4 is supposed to be a gamer. So imagine the people that aren't gamers.
They're fucked.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'll give to PlayStation. It's pretty streamlined. PlayStation 1,
Pick a
PlayStation
number.
2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Easy.
Yeah.
I
I say
on Microsoft's part, it was a genius idea. But do I think they're gonna pass Sony? We're gonna see. I personally think what the Xbox Series S is gonna be is it's gonna be a second system. It's gonna be a first system for parents who can't afford to get their children the newest system, but they can still get them that because I believe they can. If someone who's using a Xbox Series S can still play with somebody using an Xbox Series X, correct?
So far, yeah.
So,
That's
like, you know what? They're like, you know what? I can't afford to get you the newest one because it's $500, but I could get you this for $200. There's gonna be a lot of people that get the PS5, but they're like, yo, I like this game, so maybe I'll get the Series S. I'm on the same page as you,
wrong with that.
Darrell, because my thing is, like I already told you, at some point in time, I expect to get a gaming PC. So if I get a gaming PC, I'm gonna get an Xbox controller or I'm gonna get a PS5 controller. And anything Microsoft I need, I'm gonna get with that gaming PC. If I do not get a gaming PC because my finances won't allow me to, then I probably won't get a Series X. But if I had to choose between the two, and I got a 4K TV in front of me, I'm probably gonna get the Series X. Like, but I don't know.
Don't come over here and see The Witcher. Don't come over here and see The Witcher. Don't.
No. I would only get I would only get a Microsoft system for the exclusives, and most likely, like I said, if those exclusives are available on PC, then I'm gonna just stack up my bread and get the gaming PC. It might be double the price of the Xbox Series X, but I'm gonna be able to do a lot more. But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. But I think it's good for like people trying to ball on a budget or people trying to put a gift that a child will love under the tree, but they can't afford a $500 new system.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hear that shit outside my window too. But yeah, I was gonna say, what are the cons again of this newer, like cheaper Xbox?
It's not as
a lot
powerful.
Weaker.
Powerful, like what, graphic wise or what? Frames per second? What?
Like everything about it. It's probably graphic wise, but I'm not gonna. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But just the inside of it is just not as powerful.
Yeah.
So it'll have like longer loading times and stuff.
Yep. It'll probably have longer loading times.
That's a big thing about these newer systems. Things like loading time is gonna be like the big difference. You see, like how you ever played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas?
Oh hell yeah!
You go to a new area and it brings you to that loading screen.
Yeah.
And you see how like you don't have to deal with that. I don't know if you guys have played Grand Theft Auto 4 or 5. You deal with things like that less and less. Instead of it being a loading screen, the area in front of you may not be as detailed, but you can still move forward. So I think going forward with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, the areas are going to be loading much quicker. So you're at a further distance with the character, and the area that's like miles away is going to be loading up quicker. You understand? Frame rates should be better and things like that. Like, because like graphically they can improve, but where they are now graphically in games, the improvements are going to have more to do with like loading time, speeds, frame rates, pixels that most people that aren't avid gamers won't be able to catch up on, honestly. I don't think that people who aren't gamers, I believe that people who aren't gamers, they're not going to be able to give a distinction whether a game is a current gen game or a next generation game.
Right.
Because of how far next gen games have become. Like I thought that the PS3 and the Xbox 360 did their thing, but they look ugly now, son. Compared to the PS4 and the Xbox X, yeah, they look the Xbox One X, they look ugly now. Like, and not ugly and like I can't play this, but there's a clear difference. Like, you can see people's pores in games now, like pores.
Yeah.
You understand? So
you can see the strands of hair in a 5 o'clock shadow in the bed.
Exactly. So now the things that are going to improve are going to be like loading times. Once again, like the little details in the face, like little stuff. The improvement's going to be little stuff that I don't even think M4 really cares for that little stuff. Maybe me and Darrell might care a bit more. Darrell maybe a little more than me, but like these things are going to be like less noticeable for people outside of the gaming community.
That would be very important to USB, which is bigger worlds, bro. It'll definitely be bigger worlds. They can make bigger worlds. It's up to of course, it's up to the people that make the game. But come on, bro. It's gonna be way bigger worlds.
And another thing that's, I think this has been possible since the PS3, but the Xbox 360, but it's more accessible now, is that they can make games as big as they want now, because they can have some of the information on the disc and some of the information digital, or in these days they could just make everything digital. So game files are a lot larger than they've ever been. But like Darrell was saying, on these new systems, it's going to be able to process this information faster, which means shorter load times. And I'm sorry I went on a tangent, so you could finish your take on it, M4.
Yeah, I was saying, like, you know what I mean, if the new Xbox is like 500 plus or whatever, and this system is rumored to be at 200, I mean, that's $300 less, man. I mean, for a couple of, you know, like power issues, man, like $300 is a lot of bread, man. You know what I mean? But I feel like in terms of me getting it, it would definitely depend on what dope exclusives come out for the console. But I mean, 200, that's not bad, man. I'm not gonna lie, that's not bad.
Yeah. And what do you call it? I'm just gonna finish this topic off. It's building off what M14 said. It's not a bad investment, in that it could be a nice gateway to the next generation, because some people might buy it and still be on the fence about whether they want to get the PS5 or the Xbox Series X. So they're like, you know, I got 200 laying around, or 200 is not going to hurt my pockets as bad. So let me just get this, see what this is about. And if I like it, maybe I can get the Series X and give this to someone else.
The party going on and on and on, on and on and on. Hey bartender, gotta make this drink more strong. Trying to activate tonight, nigga turn me to another guy. Woke up to you, nice to meet you. Style like a Leah, girl you're more than a woman. Body to feature, you a real diva. No Beyonce feature, I'ma need ya. Get up off that ass, let me teach ya, yeah. You ain't even gotta stun.